Read these questions from previous 10-year questions paper. So I have analyzed those all question paper and made this set of questions, and these are almost just these are almost these are almost just 10 or 12 questions are there. If you studied this much, that is more sufficient to score the PV exams or just to pass in this exam. Okay, let's move on. So first question is the define padartha. Define padartha. Define padartha and its importance along with anyone darshana. Definition of darshana. For 10 marks, first question they'll ask define padartha and its importance. Either they'll ask first question in this manner only. I am saying like that. Define padartha and its importance along with any one darshana. Means they'll ask any one darshana. Sankhya darshana, Nyaya darshanam. They are there, no, among them they'll ask any one darshana. Along with that, define padartha and its importance and definition of darshana. So these 4 questions: first padartha, importance of padartha, any one darshana, and this definition of darshana. These, including these 4 only, they'll frame first question. Most of the previous time they have did the same thing. Next question, or the first question, they'll ask Siddhanta explanation and its Lakshana and types of Ayurveda. This they have asked most repeatedly. So among the first question, for 10 marks question, they may ask define Padartha and its importance and any one darshana or definition of darshana, or they'll ask Siddhanta explanation or in its Lakshana and types. And second question comes the Ayurveda Lakshana and its classification. This is also most repeated questions. Or they'll ask definition of Dravya, Lakshana of Dravya along with any one Pancha Mahabhuta. Among this Pancha Mahabhuta also, Tejo Mahabhuta is repeatedly asked. See, either they ask first question Dravya Lakshana and its classification for 10 marks, or definition of Dravya, Dravya Lakshana and any one Pancha Mahabhuta. This is also most repeated along with any one Pancha Mahabhuta. Next is define term Manas and its synonyms Guna, Karma, Vishaya and its dual nature. See, this question is asked in the year 2024 for our batch, very different. So define term Mana and its synonyms Guna, Karma, Vishaya. This also comes under this Dravya chapter. So they asked second question from the Dravya only. Next, third question, practical application of Gurvadi Guna or Paradi Guna. Any one they'll ask. Either they'll ask Gurvadi Guna practical application or Paradi Guna practical option, but most of the time repeated is the Paradi Guna. One, if you take Sankhya as a Paradi Guna, you have to write definition and its meaning and types and how it is applied clinically. Like Sankhya, if you calculate, see, every 3 days once we have to take Vamana. So such example should be given. Next one is explain Samanya Vishesh, define Guna and its Charakokta Guna and its classification. Charakokta Guna is very, very, very important. If they don't ask for 10 marks, definitely they'll ask for the 5 marks, this one. So this is important. Next, explain Samanya Vishesha in detail, its importance in Ayurveda. This fourth question is fixed. Even though they make some changes in asking the questions, but every time fourth question they have asked about the Samanya Vishesha, detailed explanation, and its most important is its importance in Ayurveda. That means clinical application, how Samanya Vishesha is applied in clinical aspects. So that is only most repeated questions for this fourth one. Again, if they don't ask directly Samanya Vishesha, they'll ask Sarvada Sarva Bhavanam Samanyam dash, complete the shloka and its importance. So they'll give shloka and we have to complete that shloka and you have to write importance. Again same, what is its importance in Ayurveda. So repeatedly they have asked such types. Next one is the 5 marks question. What all are the chances, what all are the most repeated questions they have asked are: Fifth question is aim of Ayurveda. Write Lakshana of Ayurveda. This is also most repeated. What is the aim of Ayurveda and Lakshana of Ayurveda? Sixth question, any one darshana fix for 5 marks. Sixth question, they'll ask any one darshana. Any one darshana fixed for 5 marks. They'll ask. Next one is the seventh question, any one Pancha Mahabhuta. Any one Pancha Mahabhuta, they'll ask for the seventh question. Seventh question, any one Pancha Mahabhuta. Or if they don't ask any one Pancha Mahabhuta, if they'll ask classify Dravya and difference between Karana and Karya Dravya. Classification of the Dravya is fixed question in the PV paper 1. So it is important to remember all the classification of Dravya. And this is also important, differentiation between the Karana and the Karya Dravya. Next, 8th question, explain Lakshana. Explain Lakshana. Explain Lakshana and Lakshana of the Paradiguna with example, or just explain Shita Ushna Guna with its clinical importance. So 8th question, they might ask in 2 ways. First one is explain Lakshana and Paradiguna with example. See again Paradiguna, they'll ask any one Paradiguna or the full Paradiguna. It's their Lakshana and their examples also you have to write. Or just explain Shita and Ushna Guna, means any 2 opposite guna they'll select. We have to write their shloka and the meaning and examples, Pancha Mahabhuta constitutions, Rasa Panchakam. That means Guna, Virya, Vipaka, what all it can be present in that we have to write. Again, its clinical importance in Ayurveda, that should be written because most of the time examiner will check only that only. Next, 9th question is types of karma and definition of karma. Explain karma importance in Ayurveda. Same as repeated, like karma and its definition, types and its clinical importance in the Ayurveda. 10th question, write Lakshana and types of Samanya and its applications in Ayurveda. If they may ask, write Samanya definition and its Lakshana or its application in Ayurveda. As you have already written, 4th question they asked Samanya Vishesha Siddhantam. Here 4th question, where it is here Samanya Vishesha Siddhanta in detail Ayurveda. In detail its importance in Ayurveda, such that they may again ask, like if they asked there, they'll not ask here. If they ask here, they'll not ask there. So its application in Ayurveda. Next one is the difference between the Samanya and Vishesha. This is important. Samanya and Vishesha difference is important. Next, 11th question. The 11th question is define Samavaya and its application, or define Abhava, its types and application in Ayurveda. 11th question is either from the Samavaya chapter or the Abhava chapter. So any one they'll ask. Again, its definition, types, and what all are the clinical importance. Only such things will be asked in the 11th question. Next one is the 12th question, that is from Dravya chapter they'll ask. Either it is explanation of Guna, Pancha Mahabhuta or Mana topic, or Kala, Dik, etc. are there. From that they'll ask. And most important repeatedly asked question is discuss the role of tamas as the 10th dravya. This is important. It is given in the Dravya chapter. Please go through it. It is very important because many times that question has been repeated. So these are the almost 20 questions which are most repeated from the PV paper 1. If you study these questions, it is much more enough to score and get passed in the PV exam. If you like my video, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. It takes more effort for me to create videos for you. Consider that efforts and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.